Hey y'all, welcome back.
Hello from beautiful South Dakota Black Hills, Custer State Park.
Yeah, can you say bucket list?
Good bucket list.
There is so much to see and do here. In this video, we're going to show you several campgrounds within Custer State Park that we stayed in,
Yep.
as well as some things around the park that we explored and discovered and enjoyed while we were here.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
Really good time.
So stick around.
Located in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota, just south of Rapid City, and just north of Wind Cave National Park, you'll find Custer State Park. And this place is amazing.
I'd call it a must-see.
Oh, absolutely. At 114 square miles, this is one of the largest state parks in the United States. So much to see and do here just within the park, but it's also a great base camp area for visiting everything the Black Hills has to offer. And let me tell you guys, that is a lot. From Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, Wind Cave, Jewel Cave, Keystone, Hill City. I mean, there is the town of Custer, there's so much to do here, and you just got to take some time and come up here. This area, they say, it's named for Custer, George Armstrong Custer, that you would know from your history classes. General Custer says that he discovered gold here and along French Creek, which is in the park, back in the 1870s. It became a game preserve in 1913 and a state park in 1919, in large part because South Dakota Governor Peter Norbeck really loved this area and knew it was worth protecting. And so he is considered today to be the father of Custer State Park.
Yeah, don't forget to take those awesome drives too.
Oh my gosh, Iron Mountain Road and Needles Highway. We've got Jeep Cam videos of those that we'll link in the description, but don't take your RV.
No, it
Bring
won't
your
fit.
RV in the park and set up your base camp. There are several different campgrounds here within the park. One that we're going to show you in a minute is named for Grace Coolidge, who was the wife of President Calvin Coolidge. The Coolidges spent the summer of 1927 here, and he called it his summer White House. So this is our site at Grace Coolidge Campground. What do you think, Mom?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's the smaller of the campgrounds, I understand, but it's well spaced. You have a lot of privacy around you, even though it looks crowded, and everybody is so friendly. It really is.
Yeah, this is toward the front of the park. We're about 2 miles, 2.5 miles maybe from the visitor center. The sites here are asphalt sites. They are mostly back in. I think there might be one kind of pull off to the side back in the back. 30 and 50 amp electric. There are no water connections or sewer connections at the sites here in Custer, but there is a dump station, and I think each campground has where you can fill your tanks. This one certainly does. It's right across from us. Nice bathhouse, huh?
Oh, really, really nice, and it's convenient if you have disabled people with you. They're set up that you would be comfortable, and you can handle whatever needs you need.
So we're in site number 20, actually, in Grace Coolidge Campground, and one of the things that's awesome is all the shade that we have. We've been loving that, even though the temperatures have been really nice.
Right, they have been, and I'm cold-natured anyway, so you'll see me wearing jackets and sweaters when it's 90 degrees.
Hence the turtleneck.
And the turtleneck, right.
But one of the things we wanted to tell you about here at Custer State Park that's different from what you have experienced in a lot of the state parks before, what we have experienced, is you need to know before you get here what your campground is that you're staying in, because there's multiple campgrounds. They all have different names. and what site number you have, because when you check in, there's no one here to confirm that for you. You check in, you buy your day use or your entry fee pass, and then you come into your campground and you find your site, and there's no name on the site. You just need to know where you're coming. Each section has a park host that you can ask questions of, but it's good to have that information ahead of time. It's also good if before you drive in that day, if you look at a map and you really pay attention to how you're going to get into the park, because some of the entries into the park you cannot bring a motorhome or even a fifth wheel or a travel trailer into, because they've got these awesome tunnels that are blasted through the hills, and you only are going to have a car or a motorcycle or something smaller going through that. We're talking like 10 foot wide by 10 foot tall. So
bicycles are good.
Yeah, I don't know on those hills.
A couple of scooters, you know.
So it's good to do a little planning ahead of time before you arrive, so that you know where you're going once you get in the park.
I want to add on this that the drive, the big long drive, we saw more bison than I'd ever imagined I'd ever see in my lifetime. They have, like, we saw 3 huge groups of bison, thousands of bison on this beautiful drive.
Yeah, I think they said their herd right now is a 13 or 1400 head of bison. Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
It is amazing, and we'll show you some of that in this video, but I mean it's just incredible here. Okay, so today we're in Stockade North, and this is site 36. Now, kind of an interesting story here. We were only supposed to be here one night, but we got lucky. A site opened up, and we're going to move to another site here in a few minutes, so we won't have to leave Custer State Park tonight or today and then come back tomorrow. So that worked out good. But this is site 36, and it's been a nice site. Yeah, it's very private, very, very private, and of course this is electric only, and like I believe all the campgrounds are here except for one, and that one is no hookups at all. So our park host from the one before told us that they used to be the park host in this campground here, and they used to call this the honeymoon suite because it was very secluded and trees all around it. So yeah, it's nice. If you want to have a separate tent also, there's a perfect tent site up above where Grammy and Star are right now, and so that makes it nice too.
So this is Sylvan Lake, and this was a site that someone told us you have to come up here while you're at Custer State Park and check out Sylvan Lake. I mean, isn't this amazing? Look at this, this is beautiful. Doing a hike around Sylvan Lake, and I mean, so far it's pretty level, easy hike, and you can swim or kayak here, and I would assume if you have a license you could probably fish here as well. Then there's a restaurant and a general store across on the other side of the lake right there.
Yeah, we got here and it's kind of rainy, so we'll see what we can get. And it got cold on us too. As you can see, Mom hunkered in here.
I forgot my sweater, ha ha ha.
It looks like a jacket to me.
Well, it's a jacket sweater.
She's missing her parka though.
Nope, I got it right here. Ta-da!
Oh, poncho.
Poncho, yeah.
Brought it.
She's ready. I'd call this a pretty good view from up here. This is pretty cool. Take you around. Very, very cool right here.
Yes! Woo! Might be a little slow, but I conquered the mountain. A little mountain, but I conquered it. Woo!
Okay, Mom, we gonna make it?
I'm gonna make it. Listen, I can make it. It's a little one. Got it. Did it again. This one you can call a butt slide. You just get on it. I mentioned quite a few do that.
Might be right.
I think I'll
good.
be better if
I'm good.
I'm afraid I'm going to pull you down.
Don't worry about me. I got it.
Yeah, but
I'm on solid foot.
Yeah, I'd say quit dancing because you got the major part still coming.
you're bright ideas.
You only live once.
Yeah, that's true, but
Remember
I
that
wanted to
walking
live at least another 20.
Remember that walking stick?
Yeah. The one in the car?
Yep. Here. This right here. Look.
Go this way, but up the little step.
Yeah, maybe that's the way y'all should have gone.
Yeah.
That looked like the easier path.
Get up that trip, you know. Okay. First is not a thing to bring.
Okay, show people where we're at. Just take your time. You're doing good. You got handles on both sides, so that's good.
Yep.
doing good. Yay! That was good.
Now, what do we have facing going down?
Slide.
Okay, I have water on one side. I don't swim. I have woods on the other side. I think I'll take the other.
You're doing good. I'm on solid footing. Yeah, you are. It's solid. You're doing good. That step's not good though. Step a little further with your right foot. Okay. Yeah. Get out there. Oh, there goes a little chipmunk.
They're all over the place up here.
Okay, now step down. And that's like a step.
Well, I know I'm not going to make my next job a backpack specialist through the woods. Or give my job up to the donkeys, pack mule. Yay.
Yeah.
Get all the way to the sidewalk and whoop, oops.
So I'm assuming this is the Sylvan Lake Trail?
I think so, yeah. There wasn't a trailhead marker.
No trailhead marker, but it goes all the way around the lake, and we're going all the way around the lake.
Not recommended for people above the age of 78. Unless you take a walking stick and 2 strong people.
Although she's 79, so I think you could do it till 79 at least.
Yeah, well, thinking back 14 years ago when I did the Alps in Austria, it wasn't anything like this. Yeah.
So yeah, we came across, there's a waterfall here in this crevice, and it made us start to really look around because we're like, why would there be a waterfall here? Just past to where we are, there's a footbridge that I saw from the other side of the lake where we started, and it was just above the water level. Well, it's now probably 20 feet above our heads, so we are actually right now below the lake level by as tall as that waterfall probably is, probably 20 feet.
At least 20 feet.
We're behind the lake, below water level.
And I told them, don't anybody pull the plug. Not right now. I think I could climb a tree within, you know, I've learned how quick.
Let's
It is
continue.
It is beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
cool.
That's the dam and the bridge that Stacy was talking about right there. And we're well below it, so we're below the water level for sure. Pretty cool.
Well, I can actually say I did a job with y'all.
Yeah.
Let them on your own.
Be careful down here. Don't get. Yeah. Oh, look above our heads. Rock sitting right there.
Let's hope it's got gorillas are holding it. Yeah, that's total too. Beautiful.
Wasn't that awesome?
That was cool.
That was.
And out to this.
So one more little tidbit before we head out from Sylvan Lake. This is actually the oldest lake in Custer State Park. It was dammed apparently by a family who used to live out here back in, I believe, the 1930s.
An adventure of beauty.
We're back. All the way around.
good.
So they don't have to collect insurance this time.
Yeah, tonight we're eating good. We were cooking some chicken, and we have vegetables in a pouch. We're at the Stockade North Campground. Still, we've been here for 3 nights. We changed our reservations, so we were able to stay here 3 nights, so we didn't have to change as often. We got lucky, something opened up. So it's been easier. We're moving tomorrow to another campground here in Custer, and we'll bring that to you. So we had to come to the dump station today. We're in between campgrounds. We're going to Game Lodge, and that's one slight downfall to Custer State Park is there's only a couple dump stations throughout the entire park. Neither one of them are really convenient. This is the best one. However, it's a very nice dump station. It's just in the wildlife loop. As you start the wildlife loop, it's on the right, just down from Game Lodge and the visitor center. So all these campgrounds here, most of them have electric, but they have no sewer hookups and no water. So you've got to go ahead and fill your tanks, dump your tanks when you can. So that's what we're doing. And it's going to be convenient to do it today, because when we leave in a couple days, we've got an early thing. We're going to go take a train ride, which we're going to take you along. And we have to go up the hill and get there kind of early, so we're not going to be able to dump our tanks then. So we're getting it done today.
It's nice to have the potable water section in a different area, slightly different from the dump station, so somebody can be filling their freshwater tank while somebody else is dumping if they need.
Yeah, that's true.
And the campgrounds do have potable water.
Yeah, most of them. I mean, we don't know if everyone does, but the 2 that we've stayed in so far both had potable water that you could put in. And one of the campgrounds doesn't have any hookups at all. We didn't stay in that one, but it's one of those that you can only reserve day of.
Center Lake, I think is the
Center
name of
Lake,
that one.
Yeah. So here you always need full tanks if you can, full tanks of water, and come into the park with empty sewer tanks.
Yep, or stop here first.
Or stop here first, which you can do that.
They can't all be rainbows and sunny days, right, Mom? Star doesn't mind, though. So when you come to Custer State Park, one of the things you absolutely need to do is take the wildlife loop. It's like an 18-mile loop, I think, around, and you see a lot of wildlife out there. And this is the smaller visitor center that is located on the loop. It was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps. Super neat place. You can get more information about the park and some things that you want to see, and there's usually a volunteer or a ranger on duty.
Yeah, he answered a bunch of questions when I talked to him.
Yeah, and they've kind of got a timeline of the park and how it developed. And you know, out here, these guys surprised us. These are donkeys, or they call them burros. And they actually are here because back in the early 20th century, they used them as pack animals in some of the concessionaire programs. And that didn't work out so well, I guess, and so they just let them free in the park, and they have become part of the local wildlife.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're just on their own.
Super friendly. And then you got the bison. You've got pronghorn we saw, and turkeys, and there's just all kinds of animals. Bighorn sheep, mountain goats, you name it, it lives here. Amazing.
Yeah, this river was really running fast, and you can see over to the side there where it's smashed down. It was way higher a day before that when it flooded in Custer.
Yeah, we missed the flood in Custer by an hour. I wonder if that gas pump works. So we're pulling out of our site here at Game Lodge on our way to our next stop, and thought I don't know if we showed you the site before, so even though we're out of it, we wanted to give you a quick glimpse. This was Site 4 in the Game Lodge campground at Custer State Park. And we were right across from the bathhouses, which was really convenient. Super nice showers, very clean. All of the bathhouses here have been phenomenal. So thank you, volunteers and staff at Custer State Park. Y'all keep a really exceptionally clean park. And one more thing we wanted to mention about Game Lodge in particular. There is a laundry facility here in this campground, which was great. And next to the laundry, they have a dump station. This is the first campground we've stayed at in Custer State Park of the 3 we stayed at that actually had a dump station within the campground. So that is super nice also. Oh, and the AT&T Wi-Fi was good here. Not so much at the other 2, which was kind of nice too to have a break, but at Game Lodge we had great signal.